Okay, so welcome everybody. Another Friday, and as we've been reminded, it's the Friday before the 2025 Super Bowl. And today we are going to have a reminder of some of the technology and everything that's available to you, some of the time-saving things that are going, and it's from our colleague here, Morgan Gustafson. I don't know if all of you know her. I imagine by now most of you have interacted with her. She is sort of our technology guru. So I'd like you, if you have challenges with especially the technology that's coming from Integrity Marketing, I'd like to suggest you give Morgan a call. Morgan, take it away.
Hello, good morning. Okay, today we're just going to be talking about 3 different kinds of tech that will be helpful for you guys and your clients. The goal for this is basically to use and to learn about new things that can help us to help our clients a little easier and make it so that we can help ourselves as well. So the first one we'll talk about is our goals for today. So the goals for today, are you looking to manage your book effectively? Are you aiming to expand your business? In either way, whether you're just wanting to manage your book or whether you're wanting to grow your book, these tools can be helpful in doing that. A really helpful and a really great way to get easy leads is to just get referrals. So if you have a book of clients and you want to make sure that they are happy and want to refer to you to their friends, then just make sure that you're taking care of them and managing them. And so these tools will be helpful to do that so that they can feel better and also you can feel better about it as well. We'll explore a couple of different things. The 3 things that I'm going to mention, the main things that I'm going to mention though, are automated text services, ringless voicemail systems, and client, and client quoting and management platforms. So for these, the text services and then the ringless voicemail, these are just ones that we have used at Stonehill and that we have liked. The client quoting system, that's Medicare Center. And we really like Medicare Center and we offer it here at Stonehill. So if you are interested in using that, that one is free. The other 2 are just opt-ins and I'll kind of show you how to use them, but you know, you can look around at the different things and see which one you like the best and kind of decide on your own. But yeah, these are just going to be a general overview of the 3 different things. We're going to go a little bit more in depth into Medicare Center than the other 2, since we do offer the Medicare Center here at Stonehill for you for free. So, okay, 76% of people over the age of 65 have a cell phone. If you want to reach your clients easily, and a great way to do that is through text. We've done that here at Stonehill with our messages. I'm sure you have seen them, and if you haven't, let us know so we can add you to the list if you want to be added. The great thing with the text message services is that you can opt out very easily. You just reply stop, and then you don't have to receive them anymore. Same with email. You know, you can unsubscribe. But that way you can easily contact your clients and make sure that they're up to date with things. And if you're wanting to do it by group, so if you have a group of clients that are with United and you have a group of clients that are with Select Health, you can easily group them so that you can send out updates. Or if you have a group of clients that are on a specific plan and you're not loving that plan this year and you want to switch, that's a really easy way to send them out a message to them and say, hey, let's go over your plan this year. You know, I have some recommendations or some things like that. Or are you happy with your plan? Do you want to talk about your plan? Simple, easy messages to send out that you can send out to your clients that are very easy to do and very, very helpful if in just creating that initial contact with them so that they can reach out and say, hey, you know, I did actually have an issue with this, or, oh, I have a claims issue, or things like that. So just initiating that contact. The nice thing with the text services is that you can schedule and schedule recurring text messages. You could do auto responses. You can do drip campaigns, which means like every once in a while they'll send them out, and you don't really have to think about it too much. You can personalize them. So for us, we do a little Stonehill branding. We just do our little Stonehill logo on our text messages. That way you can see that that it's from Stonehill, and it's kind of just a little bit of a personalization. You can also do appointment reminders, similar to what we do with Pinnacle, where we send out a message. We've started sending out messages saying, hey, there's a Pinnacle, don't forget to join. And that way your clients can make sure to show up for events or appointments, or if you guys have an appointment scheduled, that's a great way to do that as well. Okay, I'm going to show you. So the one that we have been using is called Current Client. I'm going to show you kind of how to use Current Client. And it's going to be similar to if you were using any other text service. So like I said, you kind of decide what you would like to do depending on your own needs and things like that. But we'll go to the site if it will let me. Yep. Okay, there we go. So this is Current Client. It's a text messaging service, and this is what we use. So I'll just sign in real quick. And it shows us kind of updates of what's going on, how many messages we have, mass messages, calls. With the calls, it's if they call in, we just make sure to give them a call back or send them a message and say, hey, would you like to chat or whatever. But here is the inbox for it. And it shows you, we'll do some completed ones. It'll show you like the different people who have contacted. It'll also show you if people have opted out. So that way you can just make sure to update. You can not only update on the text message service, but you can update in their actual profile if you'd like that you have. So what I would recommend is to use services like this along with Medicare Center. So if you're updating this information here and you're saying, oh, okay, they unsubscribed from the text messaging service, I would probably go into the CRM Medicare Center and use it and say, hey, they, just a little note for yourself, they opted out of the text, so that you can make sure if you are sending things out individually or sending things out to your clients, then you make sure to also individually update them since they opted out. Okay, I'll show you real quick how to do a campaign for it. It's very easy. So you just go to text and we're just going to create a new one. And we're going to do a test. And here is where we update the message. So we can put whatever we want in the message. There are templates and things that you can create a template so that every single time that you go in, you don't have to recreate a whole new thing. It also shows you how it's going to look on the phone when the person receives the message. So if we went in here and we added an ad before from a Pinnacle, so we can add this guy. From an Agent Adventure, not a Pinnacle. Anyway, and then we can go in, we can add whatever we would like. There are different things that you can use. You can use AI to help you if you'd like to, have a little bit of a different tone to it to adjust what you're saying. You can add videos, anything like that. But for right now, we'll just do test. And then we'll go and send that. And then we'll just save the message down here. And again, so anytime that you send a new message out to somebody, this is going to pop up. It just says reply stop to opt out anytime. You can monitor it because it will send you a message and say, hey, this person's did like want to unsubscribe, but they will also do it for you. So you don't have to go in and manually do it, but it is nice that they do both so that you can kind of go, okay, they did want to opt out. So if I do need to contact them, I just need to make sure to do that on an individual basis. Okay, and so then it says test, thank you for joining. You can also, they have the little templates where you can add things. So let me make sure you can see this. Yeah. So if you're wanting to add little things, you can also add this little formula here, and it'll automatically put in your name. So that way it's an individualized message to that person. But they have little things that you can choose, different templates. And again, they have AI. So if you're interested in putting in information and then you want to kind of adjust a little bit, tweak it a little, make it a little better, or make it different, then you can go ahead and use that as well. So we'll just save this message and go next.
Can I use that AI to create images?
I am not sure if you can on this. I don't think you can, but let me check. Yeah, these are just different, like grammar wise. So more friendly, more simple, rephrase it, check the grammar. I would probably use the check grammar often because that's something that I definitely need help with. So yeah, so these are just for the wording. But if you are interested in adding like a little AI image, you can create an AI image through one of the different AI options. There's so many, and then you can just upload it real easy. I can show you really quick how we upload it, if I remember. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you just go to media files and you would just upload your media, and you can do that from your computer. As long as you save whatever it is that you're interested in, you save it here, then you can go ahead and update it. And then to go back, we just click on the one that is right here. It says 4 minutes ago, started on this date, and this is our title. And has a little preview of what's going to show up for the person when we send it out. So we'll just finalize it right now, and then we can add contacts to it so that we can send it out. So we're going to review the recipients. Right now, we won't add anybody because we don't really need to see or need anyone to see our test. But you can do a test for yourself, which is great. You can easily send that to yourself. We do that through Stonehill a lot. We'll send ourselves test messages a few times before we send out a message, just to make sure that everything looks right, it's aligning correctly, and all that stuff. And then you go ahead and click here and you click send broadcast. You can also change the timing on the broadcast. Let me see how to do that. I forget. Oh, it will be here. So once you do it, you can go ahead and schedule it, and you can have it sent out at any time. The nice thing with the setting or with changing the timing is you can, work on it up until midnight one night and then go, okay, I want it to go out tomorrow around this time. You can go onto AI and say, hey, what are the best times for people to receive messages, and that they'll actually, read them, enjoy them, and be able to understand them better. You can use that information. I think I did that once, and it said like Tuesdays between 11 to 10 or something, or 10 to 11 or something like that. So, yeah, go ahead and do that if you'd like. It's a really helpful way to contact your clients easily, and then it's not super complicated for yourself and for them. Another one that we'll be talking about next. Let me share this.
Hey, Morgan, quick question.
Yes.
How are
What, sorry?
How are our contacts uploaded into this system to know how to send these to the specific clients that we wish to, categorize? How are those entered into this system?
Yes, perfect. That's a great question. You'll go up here and you'll just add, you can do uploads, you can do all contacts, you just upload your contacts here. So these are ones that we have completed. We've done different categories of agents or clients. But what you'll do is you'll go here to contacts and you'll click upload file. You can do it through a Excel spreadsheet. You can do it through manually updating. You can manually add in whoever you would like to it. So if you click on this, you can add different tags for whoever you're trying to like send the messages out to. Once the tag is added, then it will be, and then you upload your contacts, this tag will be connected to that person. So anytime you're going in and you're wanting to create a broadcast, all you have to do is go, oh, yep, test, that's who we want to send it to, click, done, send, easy.
Using that system, Morgan, is there a way to, let's say I'm going to broadcast it out to 20 people, can I identify the names of each of the recipients so that each one gets a customized printout that says, hey, Bob, I'm glad you're watching, or something like that?
Yeah, you can do automated responses. I am not sure. I know that you can add the person's name. I don't know exactly how individualized you're interested in making it, but if you're just kind of wanting to go, hey Bob, thanks for joining, then that you can do that easily. Send an automated reply. But if you're wanting to kind of add more information, that's where you, or if you want to kind of have more of a back and forth with your client as well, you can do that by going over to your inbox. And once they send in a message, you can easily message back and say, hi, thank you. Yeah, this was great. I'm so glad that you joined, blah, blah, blah. And you can send them a message that way. I hope that answers your question. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you could customize. So if I send it out to 20 different people, one guy says, hello, Bob. The next one says, hello, Nancy. The next one says, hello, Adam. The next one says, hello, something else. But they all get the same message, but it's got their name identifying that I've thought of them.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Super easy. You just put in the little formula. Let me show you. So we'll do this guy and we'll just show this little formula right here. This is the formula that will create it. And that's for this service. Other services might have different formulas, but once you go in, if you just make sure that it has this little formula, it'll say, hey, Jean, thanks for coming, blah, 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 whatever it is that you're interested in saying. But it will be more personalized by adding that little formula in there.
Good, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, we'll go to a ringless voicemail system. So ringless voicemail systems are pretty cool. They are, so the nice thing is that how all of your clients are gonna be talking to you about, especially at the end of the year, they go, I get so many messages and I get so many calls and I get so many, scammers or emails, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know who they're coming from. This is a great way to make it so that you can easily contact your clients, and also make it so that they know it's coming from you. So the nice thing with the ringless voicemail system is that you record a message. It is your own voice, and you can say whatever you'd like. Hey, hope you are doing well. It's time for renewal, so I'd like to talk to you about your plan if you have any questions, or if you have a plan that you're like, I just don't love that plan that they're on, you can send out a message to that group of your clients and say, hey, I would like to talk to you about your plan this coming year. Maybe do some changes. What we will do with this one that is really nice, you can record separate messages for all your lines of business and send them directly to their voicemail. So the nice thing is that you don't have to call each client individually, but they still get that personalized message from you saying, hey, how are you doing? How are things? Do you have any claims issues? This is a great way to contact them throughout the year. Just make sure that they're not, they're happy with their plan. They don't have any kind of issues with it that they haven't really reached out to you about yet, and just make sure that everything's good. But yeah, it goes straight to their voicemail, and so then they can just listen to it, and then if they want to contact you back, they can do that. But it sounds just like a regular voicemail, as if you were to be sending it from, or as if you were to be individually giving it to them. When they receive the voicemail, they'll be able to hear your voice, and you can also schedule them, which is nice. So once you schedule them, it's just the same as a text message. If you're working on it up till midnight one night, and then you want it to go out the next day at 2 o'clock, or whatever is the best time that you think would be best time to send it out to them so that they can hear it and understand it, then that'd be great. But you can do that whenever you want. It also allows you to track the sent messages and responses. So similar to current client with the text messages, not everything is going to be sent out. It's not going to all go through and send correctly. It'll send you a little error message saying, hey, this didn't work, or, we need to work on this. And then you can go in and individually contact that person if you need to. But I'll show you an example of this. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Okay. So the one that I have used before is called Sly Broadcast. Like I said, with current client, do your research, go through and see if you like other platforms. This is just the one that I have used before, so it's one that I'm familiar with. This one is nice because it's very user-friendly. It's super easy to use. You go in, you sign up, or you sign in. This one you can do, you can pay per month, or you can pay, again, or also current client is also a paid service. So you kind of have to, weigh pros and cons of the different programs and how much they cost and what you're interested in. So just know that. But for Sly Broadcast, this one's nice because you can do it per message or you can do it per month. So I think that I just signed up for like 100 messages for $10. And so you could create a new campaign down here. You can start, you add your little name in here, the caller ID. That's the that's the callback number. So you want to make sure that that is accurate. And then you can choose a recording. So either you can upload a recording, you can just do a little recording on your phone, or you can upload one that you've already done. You can record via phone here, or you can select an existing recording. There's an option to just upload them and then have them all in there so that when you go in, all you do is click an existing one and you just can click which one you're interested in. So a great way to manage that, especially for like AEP, or if you're trying to reach all of your contacts or all your clients throughout the AEP season, is to have the different companies. So you can do like Select Health 2025, United 2025, all of those things so that you can make sure you're contacting all of your clients and that no one is getting missed. Then you can go down here and you can add your recipients. This is similar to with current client on how you can upload your contacts. Pretty much the best way to upload your contacts to any service like this is to have them in some sort of Excel or some sort of form like that. That way you can easily upload your contacts in, and you can kind of pick and choose what information you want in the system and what you don't. But once you go in, you can click to send in the numbers and who the messages are going to. Then you can go in and you can set a time. And it's similar to current client, where if you set a time for tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it'll go out tomorrow at 2, and then you can make sure that you're available during that time to see any messages that may be coming in. Because if it's similar to the text message, if they're receiving a message from you or they're receiving a call from you, they don't necessarily always know that it's automated. And so, or they might, but if they respond, you just want to make sure that you're available so that you can respond back to them. So just make sure that you have time allotted afterwards to make sure that you can respond to them. But yeah, you can set a time and then you can have it sent out. Then you can submit your campaign and it'll just send it straight to their voicemail. Like I said, this is a super easy way to have it be more of a customized feel. So it's a little bit, it's a better way to contact your clients, but also it's a helpful way for them to go, okay, this is my agent. I know him. He's great, and him or her, and they're great, and I love them. And when they're contacting me, it's not spam of 17 other random spam callers that are saying, "How is your Medicare?" Da, 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 da. This is like strictly from their agent saying, "Hey, I have looked at your plan this year and it looks great. But if you want to chat, feel free to give me a contact or give me a message or whatever." So anywho, those are 2 great ways to contact your clients throughout the year or during AEP when it's super busy. And just make sure that you're being able to contact and connect with each individual client without having to give a personalized phone call to each person. That can just take a really long time. And especially if you have a big book, can kind of almost be impossible. So just making sure that you're being able to contact and to stay connected with your clients throughout the year is going to be a super helpful way to make sure that you're maintaining the book. And then also, if you're maintaining your book well and your clients are, feeling like they really value and enjoy your service, then those are great referrals that are easy leads. Okay. Now we will go to the next one. Does anyone have any question on call recording? Or the ringless voicemail? Sorry, not call recording. Okay, awesome. So next we'll go to the benefits of a CRM. So CRMs are customer relationship manager. At Stonehill, we have access to Medicare Center, which allows all of our agents to also have Medicare Center. We love Medicare Center. It's great. It's a fantastic CRM so that you can put in your clients, put in their information, and have all of the information for each client updated in one spot. Like I said, with the current client, same with ringless voicemail. If you're getting messages back saying, "Hey, this is the wrong number," or I don't want to, receive voicemails, or I don't want to receive text messages, you can upload that into your current client as little notes, or sorry, your Medicare Center as little notes, so that you can make sure to go through and individually contact them so that they don't get missed. The nice thing about Medicare Center is that they can do side-by-side plan comparison. You can do quoting and enrollment inside the app. There's an app on your phone, and then you can also do it via computer, whichever way is easier for you. You can manage your call recordings. And they also have personal agent websites as well as personal agent phone numbers. So for the call recording, they also do lead generation. So if you're not just wanting to do referral leads, but you're wanting to kind of look more into paid leads, that they have options for that as well. So let's go in and see and look at it some more. So this is what it looks like when you go to the website. The website is integrity.com/Medicare Center, or if you Google Medicare Center, this should pop up too. This is kind of like a brief overview of what it kind of looks like. I can give you more of a detailed description once we go in, but we'll just kind of go through here and look at some of the highlights. It's really nice because you can do call recording, dashboard and reporting. There's a mobile app. It's really helpful to serve your clients better and to make it so that you're more organized, and it makes it so that it's easier to manage your clients, especially if you have a big book, or if you're getting overwhelmed by the size of your book. So that way you can make sure to have all your clients and all the information in one spot. You don't have to go to 4 different places to try and figure it all out. They do have options for lead management, for doing leads. You can do lead management campaigns. And then they just have general nice things that are helpful. So I'll kind of go through that a little bit step by step, so it's a little easier. Okay. So this is what it will show when you pop up. Or sorry, this is what will pop up when you go in. The main things that are going to be important when you're in here is to look at this top part where the dashboard is. This is your dashboard, your main page, obviously kind of giving you updates. But your contacts here, once you go to your contacts, it's going to show you different things about the different contacts. And once you click on them, it's going to show you different things that you can do to help them or to talk to them or different things that you have added. So it'll tell you, okay, I added a provider here in 2023. If they've updated their provider since then, or if you were not sure, it's, can be a really helpful way to go, hey, I noticed that I haven't updated your provider in my profile. Do you have a new provider? I just want to make sure that everything's good with your plan. Things like that. You can add prescriptions. And then also what's really helpful is that you can send out a scope of appointment. So you can send text messages through here. I have never done a text message through here, but I'm sure it's a great way to do it. You can do calls through here. And this is the call recording. So if you do calls through here, it will connect to your phone and it will also do call recording at the same time. And it has a little message that's saying, hey, this call is being recorded. So that your client knows that it's being recorded as well. And a scope of appointment. So the scope of appointment is a super nice way because it helps manage to make sure that you're good to go and you're being compliant with your scope of appointments. Making sure that they're signed, making sure that at what time they were signed, which means that you can talk to them at this date, things like that. If you want to go in, and it saves them all in here for you so that you don't have to keep them on file. And then you can go and you can kind of get the actual form, the actual information, and make sure that you're being compliant with that. Once you look at that, then it has a little option say, hey, you want to start a quote? This is nice. You can do quoting within the app, which will be connected directly to their profile. So if you start a quote on this profile, that was kind of weird. Hold on. Oh, anyway, okay. You can do different things. So if you're looking for an MIPD plan, then you can scroll through and go through that. If you're looking for just United or you're looking for just Select Health, all of the carriers that you have up that you're contracted with through us will show up on your Medicare center. If you're not contracted through us, they might not show up, and so there are there might be things that you want to change or update if that's the case. But anyone that you're contracted with through us will show up here, and you can go through and just say, I just want this plan, and I just want to look at this, and you can easily get that information for them. If you're interested in kind of a different plan, like an MA, or if you want a PDP plan, those are also options, which are nice to kind of go through and make sure that you're just getting the information that you're interested in and not having to go through like everything. The MAPD plans, or I guess all the plans, any of the plans that you're wanting to compare, if you can compare side by side up to 3 plans at one time. So you can go down here, you can go into plan details, and it gives you all the details of the plans in depth, like everything. Gives you prescription, providers, pharmacy, plan benefits, and this is nice because it tells you what prescriptions they have and what prescriptions the client is wanting to have covered or is wanting to use or needing to use. And then it'll go in and tell you how much it will cost and how much is covered and how much will not be covered. The plan benefits down here give you all of the detailed information. And it also has the plan documents if you're interested in that as well. So anyway, it has all of the in-depth information if you're wanting to go and get all of that as well.
Hey, Morgan.
Yes.
How do you quote a med sup through Medicare Center?
So they have an option, but I believe it's only through CSG, but let me check. I would need to double check and make sure.
It's a different tab on your thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's through the, let me check real fast, actually, make sure I know. I think it's through CSG though, which is just another option. So if you go over here to your little, it has your initials in it. It tells you different things. And I think it's in the CSG app is where you can do that. This is also super helpful because it can give you different things of what you're looking for. If you're looking for more information on how to do things, Learning Center is great. Lead Center, that's obviously helpful for if you're interested in purchasing leads. The CSG app, though, I believe is where you would go to do the MedSup. Let me just double check.
I use the Ritter IM. It seems to work the best. I don't know if they like that we use it, but their MedSup for quoting is the best.
Don't think I've ever used the Ritter one, so I couldn't say. But this is the one for Medicare Center, and I'm not sure how great it is. I'm sure it's probably similar to the regular Medicare Center, which I like. So I think it, again, just kind of depends on what you're interested in. Same with this current client and Slide Broadcast. But yeah, this is how you would quote MedSup. And you can do that also through through Medicare Center. So it still connects to their account. So that way you can make sure that all of their information is all connected to the one account. Okay, let me go back now. Okay. So if you go back to the initial quoting, if you're wanting to just compare 3 different plans, you can go down here and click compare, and that has one of the plans, and then you want to compare this plan too, and then you also want to compare this plan. You can go down here, click compare, and it'll give you a sheet that is all of the different plans. You can send this to your client directly, and it'll give them all of this. So if you want to share this with your client, it'll give you the options. If you're on that client specific profile, their information will pop up automatically. So you don't have to remember their email. You don't have to remember their phone number. Or if you are talking to them and they go, actually, I want you to send it to this number instead, then you can easily do that as well. But yeah, once you go ahead and share that with them, they can access it and go through on their own time if they're interested. It also gives them an option to apply for it as well on their own. But anywho, that's a fantastic way to kind of go through and compare if you're interested in comparing them. We'll kind of go through also for the plan itself, or for the account itself. Once you go here to your account, it'll give you different information about your profile. This is a profile picture that I actually uploaded because I was trying to help somebody out, and then they told me it wasn't approved because it wasn't their face, which it's not Greg Hill's face, which I thought was pretty funny. So this is kind of nice because it tells you this is the client website that they can go to that shows your information in it. So the website is here. It'll give you this little link, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is an individualized website for just you, and they'll do it. They have one for each agent, and it says Greg Hill. It has the NPN, has the email and the phone number. This is the call recording phone number, so you just want to make sure that that's the correct phone number so that you can make sure to have that recorded. This is nice because if your client wants to go in and kind of do a little bit of their own work, like they want to go in and kind of look at plans themselves, they want to update their own prescriptions. They don't want to tell you every time when they get a new prescription or a new doctor or anything like that. They can easily do that by signing in and creating a profile. This will connect directly to their Medicare Center profile that you have created, or if you haven't created one for them yet, it will create an account for them. And it will update all of their information in there so that you have all of the updated information as well. Let's see, just make sure that I'm up to date on all the questions. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's great because then it can be synced with your information that you have for them, and then they can go in and they can update their information as well. It kind of depends on the client, obviously, on whether the client is going to want to go in and be more thorough about what they're doing. But that's a great option for you. If you are, sorry, let's go back to the other one now. If you're interested in sending out your agent phone number, the call recording phone number, you can update that by putting, it gives you an individualized agent phone number according to your area code. So it depends on which area you live, but the area code should be similar to other area codes that are within your area. So that way it's like a local number. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of the basic information for Medicare Center. If you, also you want to make sure when you go in that you update your call recording or your call forwarding message. So, or phone number, sorry. So that the phone number goes directly to the correct phone number. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much it that I have or that I wanted to mention today. I'm thinking if there's anything else. I don't think so. Okay. Does anyone have any questions, or is there anything that I didn't talk about that you're wanting to chat about?
Hey Morgan, this is Xiaoru. Hey, thank you. This is really helpful. Sorry, I was like a meeting called. So the beginning you mentioned about the text message. Is that one is it through the Medicare Center or other platform?
I'm sorry. Is the CSG through Medicare Center or
No, the text messages.
Oh, there is an option to do text messaging through Medicare Center. I have not tried it yet, but there is an option in there. Let me see where it was at again. So if we go into our contacts, and we go into, there's a few different options up here on the little dongles. And so if you click on connect, it does have text message. So we can send one, and I could actually just do a little test and show you what it's. And it will, yep, it says that it sent it out, and let me make sure that I got it. Yep, and it did come from the agent phone number that is on my profile. So it came from.
I think she was referring to current client, Morgan.
Oh yes, so there are two. So current client is the one that can do automatic, like for or not automatic, can do mass text messages. So if you're doing it for like 20 different clients, but if you are wanting to do just individually, you can also do that through Medicare Center as well. Did that answer your question?
Yes. About the agent phone number, it's for the if we call from Medicare Center, can we change our agent phone number? Wait, I thought that we cannot change the Medicare phone number when we call the client. Is it right?
Yeah, you can't change this phone number. You can change the number that it's forwarded to, but you can't change your actual phone number that they give you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mhm.
And about the text message, because I'm with New York Life, the company is really strict about the compliance. So you mentioned about like if we send group text messages, do you think we won't like have any trouble or just?
I guess it depends on what you add in the message. So if you're just trying to reach out to your clients, just mention, hey, I want to see how you're doing. It's now time for renewal, things like that.
Mhm.
I think it would just depend on what you're adding. So you just want to make sure that you're being compliant when you're chatting with them and sending out messages like that. But yeah, it kind of just depends on what you're wanting to put in the message, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned at the beginning, so the text messages Sarah wastes people's everybody's time, and so it's not use the Medicare Center, right? So it's use another platform, but I didn't hear that.
For the MedSup.
Text message.
Oh, for text message. For text message, if you're doing mass text message, then it is different. But if you're just wanting to send it on an individual basis, you can do it through Medicare Center. But the one that I sent or that I presented was current client. That is just one that you can use if you're interested in. But there are so many to choose from. So you kind of just can pick and choose what you're interested in.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really
Yeah, no
helpful.
problem. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys. I feel like this hopefully was a helpful helpful little thing for you guys to know some of the tech that you can use. This is something that I am kind of interested in, I think, particularly because I think it's kind of fun to do little things here and there. So if you're trying to get more of your clients, just to get some information out to your clients in an easier, more manageable way, I feel like these can be some helpful tools. But if you have any questions on them, or if you want to go in depth or do one-on-one trainings on any of these things, feel free to let us know and we're happy to do it.
Thank you, Morgan.